modern day masculine man, take one.
What makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight. A modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't break you, are not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch.
Let's give a double clap for Sunday love, Sunday love, Sunday love, Sunday love, Sunday love. What up, people? It is the Modern Masculine Man, and I'm here today, Sunday, for a Sunday Bible study. This Bible study has naturally been brought to you by someone who prefers to remain unnamed. If you can hear the sound of my voice, can I get you to respond? Can I get a yes, a yay, something to let me know you can hear the sound of my voice before we keep going? These Sunday Bible studies, before I get started, shout out to my sponsor, Spirit House Sage in the house. My other sponsor, we having us a little light glass of girly girl. That shit right there strong and it bite. Let me bag myself out a little bit. Yay. What's up, Mike Carter? Today's Sunday Bible school lesson, I want to talk about whores, and whores always get a bad rap, but let's just be real. Whores be winning. Whores be in the center of attention. Whores be getting remembered. Whores be known. If I was to ask you, what's John F. Kennedy's wife's name? You would be like, Miss Kennedy. Excuse me. A lot of people don't know John F. Kennedy's wife, but they know Marilyn Monroe. That was his whore. The whore is always known. The side bitch is always known. The side bitch is always seen. The wife is at home. What's up, Bishop Omega Kareem Jarrett? We're going to talk about whores today. And the reason I want to talk about whores, I want to give just a little monologue about whores before we get started. We're going to turn to Matthew 1:17 to get this whore message started. My monologue on whores, right? Whores are fun. Let's just be real. Whores are fun. They'll drink with you. They smoke with you. Whatever drug you want to do, they'll do with you. Whores just make life better. And if it weren't for whores, a lot of married men wouldn't still be married. A lot of married men are happily married and got a whore on the side. And biblically speaking, this is the thing a lot of women don't understand. All women are whores. If you're not married and you are considered a whore. It's a different than a whore and a prostitute. A prostitute actually sells pussy. A whore just is a woman that's fucking that's not married. A harlot. Toast to the good times. A harlot. Now, think about this. People talk about whores all the time, but let's be real. Is Cardi B a whore? Would y'all say Cardi B is a whore? Would y'all say Cardi B is a whore? Yes or no? I need some crowd participation. Would y'all say Cardi B is a whore? Yes or no? I'm going to go through some lists. Would y'all say Megan Thee Stallion is a whore? Would y'all say Ciara is a whore? Would y'all say Nicki Minaj is a whore? All these women are whores. Sexy Red is a whore. Glorilla is a whore. And whether it hurts to say it or not, some of our mothers were whores. Some of our mothers got kids by 2 and 3 men and never married any of them. So a whore is just a woman that's not married. Now, we all know that men break their neck to sleep with Cardi B. Men break their neck to sleep with Megan Thee Stallion. Men break their neck to sleep with all these whores. And not only do men break their neck to sleep with these whores, men want to have baby by these whores. Men literally want to have baby by these whores. Men want to be attached to these women for life. Rich men, rich and powerful men. I know, well, I don't know, but Ciara has admitted that she used to fuck with Bow Wow. She used to fuck with 50 Cent. She used to fuck with Future. That's 3 men in the industry that we know that done fucked a lot of bitches used to fuck Ciara. And Russell Wilson said, man, give me that whore. And y'all think that's strange that a man would marry a whore. We're going to talk about some whores tonight. There's a woman in the Bible named Gomer that was a whore who God told the prophet Hosea, go marry this whore and let this whore cheat on you and make babies by this whore. So whores have always been getting how would I say it, the long end of the stick. Even in biblical times, a whore was the only woman that could survive on her own. In biblical times, if you were not married, the only way you could survive was sell pussy. And we're going to get into that. It's some pussy selling went on in the Bible, and it's some good men that bought pussy. Judah was a pussy buyer. Y'all know who Judah is? The Lion of the tribe of Judah. Judah, one of the 12 sons of Israel. Judah, when the kingdom of Israel divided, Israel was in the north, and their capital was Samaria. Judah was in the south. Do you know what was the capital of Judah? Jerusalem. The real place, Jerusalem, was in Judah. And Judah is named after a pussy buying ass nigga. We're going to get into that. But whores have always been celebrated. When old men say the saying, you can't turn a whore into a housewife, they talking about a prostitute, a pussy seller. They don't mean a whore. They don't mean a whore. A whore is just a promiscuous woman that's not married. And women hate that word, whore. And they look at whores as somebody that's different than them. Them whores over there, them whores. No, bitch, you a whore too. And if you're sleeping with women that's not married, you're what the Bible calls a whoremonger. A monger, M-O-N-G, monger. What's the definition of monger? Let's look that up because I like that word. I like how it sounds. That sounds like a motherfucker that's hooked on some shit. Whoremonger. Let me look at this word. What's the definition of monger? M-O-N-G-E-R. A person who promotes a specified activity, situation, or feeling, one that is undesirable or discreditable. So when you promoting some undesirable, uncredible shit, you a monger. You a whoremonger. You out here, Gucci Man, Russell Wilson, Klay Thompson right now out here promoting these whores. All that goddamn money they got. And they go out and fuck the same bitches. It's a lot of bad bitches on Instagram that I see as Instagram girls that don't nobody know. Every time you see me, you be like, that motherfucker keeps some bitches. Who them bitches? You won't even know. I'm fucking Instagram women. They only known in their city. They might be whores in their city, but they ain't whores known all across the world. Now, what the hell is a whore? The Bible said once a whore been opened up by a dick like a donkey, what good is she to any other man? What good is she when a woman then got her pussy bust open and stretched to the bottom? Now, we all know pussy snap back. However, it's just saying she's used to something different. So whores be winning. Cardi B got a baby by one millionaire, and then another millionaire. Anthony Edwards got a baby by a woman that's got a baby by Lil Baby. Who else? Y'all know this shit is real. Goddamn, what's the girl name? Got baby by 3-4 motherfuckers in the NBA. These whores be winning. Why? Because men can't resist whores, because whores have a spirit and a special gift. And that's why they mentioned in the Bible. Whores have a special spirit and a special gift. And I'm going to go as far as to tell you there are only 5 women mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. And 2 of them is whores. Y'all hear me? There are only 5 women. And Bathsheba, we might throw her in on the whore list too. She mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. So 3 of them It's 3 women mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus, and 3 of them are whores. So we're going to explore that now. Let's get to the Bible because it's a Bible lesson. I want you guys to learn something. This Bible is the most interesting book on the face of this earth. It's the longest, oldest piece of literature. Now, that don't mean it's the oldest piece of literature. It's the oldest piece of literature that's widely distributed. Don't nobody go around reading all this other shit. Joy Chavis, Future, Bow Wow, Trayvon Diggs, never married one of them. Yeah, whores. They ain't never married one of them, but they put babies in them in the biblical sense. Once you fucking a woman, that's your wife, especially once you make a baby by her. But we want to go to Matthew 1:17, just for y'all that want to, anybody that want to play secretary. I see Oshun Bay up there. Oshun Bay, play secretary for me. Matthew 1:17. Somebody put some up there. Andrew Redwood. What is a promiscuous woman called in the Bible? The primary promiscuous woman described in the Bible is Gomer, the wife of a prophet. Her story is in the book of Hosea. Okay, we're gonna talk about that a little bit in a minute. That's why I mentioned that God told his man to marry a whore. Andrew Redwood, I appreciate that, brother. Now let's get started. Let's talk to my phone, and we're gonna read directly from the scriptures. Matthew 1:17. This entails the genealogy of Jesus. Now,
Matthew chapter 1, verse 17 summarizes Jesus' genealogy.
Traditionally, when you're talking about the genealogy of somebody, you go by the daddies. You don't mention the women in the genealogy. Okay, this is the genealogy of Jesus, the Messiah, son of David. We're just going to read a little bit. We're going to go down. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah was the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. Good God. Now, we talking about Jesus' genealogy. This shit don't go too far. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the genealogy of Jesus. We start off. Abraham, we know, was the father of Jacob. Jacob was the son of Abraham. Jacob had Judah. Jacob, God changed Jacob names to Israel. You see what I'm saying? So let's say Abraham had 2 sons, Isaac and what's my guy name? Ishmael. And then Isaac had Jacob. Jacob name was changed to Israel. So whenever you hear Jacob and Israel, they go together. All right. Abraham was the father of Jacob, Isaac the father of Jacob. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah, and Judah his brothers, the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother name was Tamar. There go the first whore mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. Why would they mention a whore in the genealogy of Jesus? More so a whore that was a Canaanite woman, a black whore. When the Bible speaks of Canaanites, they speak of whores. That's why the Bible tried to say, people that don't understand the Bible say Cain and Abel. And the Bible said they put a mark on Cain for killing Abel. And Canaanites are jet black motherfuckers. So people be thinking that Canaan from the Bible have something to do with the land of the Canaan, but that's not true. But Tamar wasn't even a child of Israel. She was a Canaanite woman. And God has expressly always said, do not fuck with bitches outside of your race. So she was a Canaanite woman. So Tamar, first woman mentioned, all right? Let's start from the top. Let's show how quick these hoes is mentioned, yo. Abraham, the father of Isaac, Isaac, the father of Jacob, Jacob, the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah, the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. Perez and Hezron was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Abinadab. Abinadab was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon, the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab. Come on now. 2 whores. First 2 women. They didn't mention these bitches before they mentioned Jesus' mama. Come on now. These whores can hold some weight now. Jezebel was the queen whore. She married the king of Israel. People think Jezebel was a broke bitch. No, Jezebel married the fucking king of Israel. She ran Israel. She fought against motherfucking Elijah. We gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get into that today. It just depends. Tamar was a whore. Rahab was a whore. We just wanted to start off with that just to show you that these women are mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. You notice it say Javon was the father of Charles. Charles was the father of Fred. Fred was the father of John. John was the father of Kip. Kip was the father of Peter, whose mother was a whore. I don't think y'all really understand how it's saying that because it's in old English, but I got an English degree and I know how to read. It's saying this man was his father, this, then, but his mama was a whore. That's like spicy news. When they read that back in the day, when everybody couldn't afford a Bible, when they read the scriptures and somebody stood up and said, Joham's father was the father of Jaham. Jaham's father, let me read it like they would have read it back in the day so you can understand. I need you to get a picture of it. You see what I'm saying? I need you to understand where we're going. All right, let's look at that, boy. I shouldn't have closed it. Matthew 1:17. You need to see how they read it, how they inflex their voice.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 17 summarizes
The genealogy of Jesus Christ, the Messiah, the son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac. Isaac, the father of Jacob. Jacob, the father of Judah and his brothers. Judah, the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was a whore. People say, oh, Tamar, a whore. Who the fuck is that? Well, all them other motherfuckers, we done forgot who the whore he talking about in them motherfuckers. People start looking. That's why they threw it out there. They make it interesting. A story is not interesting without a whore. You ain't got no good story. You ain't got no good story if you ain't got no whores. Whose mother was Tamar. Perez, the father of Hezron. Hezron, the father of Ram. Ram, the father of Abinadab. Abinadab, the father of Nahshon. Nahshon, the father of Salmon. Salmon, the father of Boaz, whose mother was also a whore. Oh. Who the fuck is these whores? Who the fuck is these whores being mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus? Why are these whores being mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus? Why did Jesus come through some whores who won't even Hebrew? Jesus was born through a bloodline of Canaanite whores. Rahab and Tamar was a whore. Let's get into Rahab first. My girl, I forgot her name that goddamn fast. Oshun Bay. Let's pull up Joshua chapter 2, and we just gonna read this and we're gonna talk and we're gonna give a little commentary because people need to understand the Bible is a great thing if you just get into it. That's what's wrong with black people. We got away from the Bible. We don't have to believe that these teachings are true. We just need to believe the stories, get the message. It's no different than Three Little Pigs. The Three Little Pigs tell me build my house on a fucking brick, solid foundation. And you can get fucked up letting other motherfuckers in your house once you built it. Because the wolf wouldn't have never came to the second house if he wouldn't have ran in there. I'd have told him, stay your goddamn ass outside, motherfucker. You done built that weak ass house. When I walk by, motherfucker, you building your house out of straw. They was laughing at the pig building his house out of brick. Man, you taking too long. What the pig said, well, that motherfucking wolf come through. You never know. He might can blow that shit down. So let's look at Joshua chapter 2. Joshua chapter 2. We're going to read it in the NIV. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. Go look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. Lot to unpack in that one sentence. Let's read it again. See, a lot of people don't know how to infer. Naturally, the white man gonna take the juice and the meat off it because he don't want niggas to be involved. If you read that in the King James version, it'll be even more boring. But I'm reading the New International Version, which is regular English. Then I'm influxing my voice reading it to show you that I can read well, but also so you can understand the story a little bit more. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim Go look over the land, he said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. Now, how the fuck these spies of everywhere they went into Jericho, they woke up on the whole house and spend the night at the whore's house first? Huh? Let's be real. Think about that. You got to infer this. Joshua, who was an Israelite leader of an Israelite army, sent 2 spies into the land of Jericho in which they trying to capture. And these 2 spies get there, and the first thing they do is find a hoe and spend the night at the hoe's house. Now, why the hoe have a house? Because hoes the only bitches got money. Y'all look around today. These hoes got some money. These hoes getting money. I ain't talking about no little hoe on her hair done. I'm talking about a real motherfucking hoe. A real hoe that know how to juice a nigga. Them ones that know how to get a married man. I mean, get a rich motherfucker. Think about it. Let's use our common sense. Who up that late? Grandma told us. Grandma said only thing open after a certain time is goddamn jail and legs. About 3 o'clock in the morning, ain't nothing open but the jail open for your ass, you out there, or you going to buy some pussy. That goddamn hose was up. And them hoes probably had a little light on in the house, a little string on the door, something. Because these motherfuckers were spies. And when people look different back in the time, you can look at a motherfucker and tell by his tribe by the way he dressed, how he combed his head. So an Israelite motherfucker coming into Jericho would have easily been spotted. So they snuck in at night. Can't walk around all night. Who we need to go? Where we need to go? Hey, man, them hoes up. Yeah, hell yeah, them hoes up, dog. Let's find a hoe. They get in there, camp out with the whole house. You know they bought some pussy. You know them boys bought them some goddamn pussy. And notice the Bible gonna tell you, like he said, red light district. They used the red cord to signify who she was. All this shit come from the Bible. They got in there and got with that hoe. And who ain't gonna tell? If that's a regular woman walking there in the street or the middle of the night, or they knock on a regular woman's door. Ah, it's some Israelite spies here. Beep, beep, sound the alarm. It's some Israelite spies here. Now they went to their whore. Their whore opened the door. Who out there, hoe? Shit, look like some motherfucker from Israel. No, they ain't out here for nothing. These niggas here to buy some pussy. Y'all come on in. Come on in, shit. Who ain't gonna sound the alarm on some strangers? A bitch trying to sell some pussy and make some money. Them niggas come on in there and chill. Watch this, how simple it play out. Then Joshua, son of Nun, secretly sent 2 spies from Shittim. Go look over the land. He said, especially Jericho. So they went and entered the house of a prostitute named Rahab and stayed there. Look what happened next. Then the king of Jericho was told, look, some Israelites have come by here by night to spy the land. So the king of Jericho sent his message to Rahab. Bring out the men who came to you and entered your house because they have come to spy out the land. Now, everybody in the land, they said, look, now what you have to understand, cities were walled back in the day. Jericho was a walled city. So at a certain time, they closed that big ass door. You know that big ass door on the movies you see from the castle? Boom, and it fell down. At a certain time, the chain wheeled up that big ass door. So once that door closed, you can't get in or out of the motherfucking city. Somebody said, we seen 2 strange motherfuckers sneaking in here before they goddamn door closed. The king said, pull the goddamn door up. And what's the first thing he said? Send for that bitch Rahab. We know she got a whorehouse. Anybody come to town this late going to buy some pussy, or anybody come down this late, they going straight to the goddamn whores. Why they going to the whores? Because he know them whore ass bitches ain't loyal to nobody. Yeah, she might be a Canaanite, but she'll sell pussy to a Moabite, a Philistine, a motherfucking Jew. She don't give a fuck. Go check that bitch house right now. Y'all like how I'm busting this shit down. I'm breaking this shit down. Y'all see that my blue name up there? Y'all see what that is? Cash App the Master Teacher hashtag. You really ain't supposed to say it, but if you want to show me some love, it's right there. We're gonna speak about that a little bit later. But notice what they did instantly. The king said, man, go check their whole house, man. Anybody come in here this late, they went straight to the whorehouse. Because whores ain't loyal to nobody. Next line. But the woman who had taken the two men in hid them. She hadn't got her money yet. Y'all motherfuckers ain't finna slap no dick out my mouth. I'm in here getting money. These niggas come to fuck. I don't know about that spy shit, but these niggas paying good money. I ain't fucked yet. She hid the niggas. But the woman who had taken the two men in hid them. Why she risk her life? Why this woman risk her? She could have said, man, this motherfucker downstairs, man. Yeah, I sold a nigga some pussy downstairs. Go get that motherfucker. He right downstairs. Two of these motherfuckers. Two Israelite motherfuckers. Two light-skinned motherfuckers. Because they was black as hell. But the woman who had taken the men in had hidden them. She said, yes, the men came to me, but I do not know where they had come from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, they left. Yeah, two niggas came in here, bought some pussy. I don't know where they from, but at dusk, when y'all was finna pull the drawbridge up, them motherfuckers left. She lied for them. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly. You might catch up to them. But she had taken them to the roof and hidden them under the stalks of flax that she had laid out on the floor. So the men set out on pursuit of the spies on the roads that leads to the fords of Jordan. And as soon as the pursuers had gone, the gate was shut. So not only did she tell a lie and say, them motherfuckers ain't in here, them motherfuckers left earlier when the gate shut. She said, now, it won't too long ago, y'all might can catch them motherfuckers. They went out toward the Jordan. So the men, the soldiers that was looking for them, instead of staying in town, went out to chase them motherfuckers. Then it says, before the spies lay down for the night, she went up on the roof and said to them, I know that the Lord has given you this land and that a great fear of you has fallen on us, so that all who live in this country are melting in fear because of you. She went up to them and said, look, now that I know who y'all motherfuckers is, the king just said, oh, good God, this story. Y'all don't understand. You got it. She said, now I know who y'all motherfuckers I done sold this pussy to. Y'all some motherfucking spies. What's up, Shantae? She said, now I know who I done sold this pussy to. Y'all some motherfucking spies. They said, how you know we spies? She said, the motherfucking king just sent his soldiers over here and told me y'all motherfuckers was some spies. Not only y'all spies, y'all motherfuckers spies for Israel. We heard about you motherfuckers. Y'all going around killing every motherfucking thing, killing everything that moved, taking over land. Y'all some bad motherfuckers. Watch what she say. Before the spies lay down that night, she went up on the roof and said to them, I know that the Lord has given you this land and that a great fear of you have fallen on us, so that all that live in this country are melting with fear because of you. We have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea for you to come out of Egypt. We heard what you did in Sihon and Og, the two kings of the Amorites east of Jordan, whom you completely destroyed. We heard of it. Our hearts melted in fear, and everyone's courage fell because of you. For you are of the Lord your God is heaven above and below. She said, we heard. Y'all some bad motherfuckers. So before I turn you motherfuckers in, I know when you come through here, you kicking ass and taking names. So take my name now. Remember this whore. I'm looking out. The Bible said, now then, please swear to me by the Lord that you will show kindness to my family because I have shown kindness to you. Give me a sure sign that you will spare the lives of my father and my mothers and brothers and all who belong to them, that you will save us from death. Now, keep in mind, this was going against the Spirit of God. Notice, and I ain't discrediting the Bible because we're going to start doing Bible studies. I'm starting a church. You need to understand this shit from the real. They do just like everybody else. They break the motherfucking law of God when it's more profitable to them. We need to get out of here tonight. We came here as spies. We know the king looking for us, and them motherfuckers done shut the bridge. Ain't no way we can get out of here. So guess what we going to do? We'll swear by our God an oath. When we come back and kick everybody's ass, we'll save you. She said, don't only save me, save my mother, father, and brothers, and all they fucking children. Now, God had always told the children of Israel, that's why Saul lost the kingdom. When you go in and kill some and take a land, kill every fucking thing. Women, children, goats, cats, dogs, every fucking thing. The only thing you keep is the gold and the treasure. And we're going to put that in the motherfucking Ark of the Covenant for ourselves. Well, where we keep the Ark of the Covenant. So notice, we kill all them bitches and shit. We ain't throwing away no goddamn gold now. Think about this shit. We'll get into some of that on a later date. So they had to swear by an oath. They said, okay, just get us out. The bridge is closed. Now watch. Our lives for your lives. That's what the men said. Our lives for your lives. The men assured her, if you don't tell what we are doing, we will treat you kindly and faithfully and when the Lord gives us the land. So she let them down by a rope through her window. Remember, they was off on the roof and they didn't close the city gate. The drawbridge closed, so you can't get in or out. So she let these motherfuckers down by a rope. For the house she lived in was a part of the city wall. She said to them, go into the hills so the pursuers will not find you. She said, go into the hills so they won't find you, because she had already told the pursuers, go out to Jordan. So not only did she give them a place to stay, she lied to protect them, sent the people that's looking for them on the wrong direction, and gave them a place for safety. Hide yourselves for 3 days until they return. She knew how long the search party was going to look for them. This bitch is, hoes got all the best information. What you think Young Thug was doing? Who was he telling that shit, laying up on the phone every day with his hoe talking? Nigga gonna tell his hoe everything. Hoes get told everything. That's how most people get fucked up, as hoes. But this is God using this whore. Now the men said to her, this oath you have made us swear will not be binding unless when we enter the land, here it go, red light district, Deshaun. This is where they get it from. Now this man said to her, this oath shall be not made binding unless when we enter the land, you have tied a scarlet cord in the window through which to let us down, unless you have brought your father, mother, and all into your house. Now they saying that, look, when we come back, we know this house right here. Put that cord in the window. When we see that cord, we know that's you and your family. We're going to let y'all motherfuckers live. If any of them go outside into the street, their blood be on their own heads. So the whore going to have to tell her mom and daddy, hey, look, 3 days, these motherfuckers coming back. I didn't help. Look, her family was quiet. Her daddy could have said, hell no, fuck that. But they were so scared of the motherfucking Israelites, everybody kept their mouth shut. But I tell you, if I tell you what we are doing, we will be released from the oath you made us swear. Agreed. Let us be as you say. So she sent them away and they departed. She tied the scarlet cord in the window. When they left, they went into the hills and stayed 3 days until the pursuers had searched along the road and returned without finding them. Then the two men started back. They went down for the hills, forded the river, and they came to Joshua, the son of Nun, who was the fucking leader, second to Moses after Moses fucked up and did his shit. Y'all need to learn why Moses, God stopped fucking with Moses too. Y'all, it's so much shit y'all need to learn. And you'll live your life a little bit better. Let me stop. I'm an honorable man of integrity. I've been on this motherfucking internet all these years talking. I'm married. I'm a married man who believes in polygamy. Every man in the Bible was polygamous. So don't put that shit on me. I don't be fucking with whores. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honorable man. I'm a criminal-free man. I'm an educated, intelligent man who lives by example. I live my life by the Bible. So the way that I live my life is based on the Bible. But you got 3 days. Now, Joshua, the two men started back. They went down from the hills, forded the river, and everything told Joshua everything happened to him. They said to Joshua, the Lord has surely given the whole land into our hands. All the people are melting in fear because of us. Now, that's a major advantage. Two spies go out to see what they see. Man, we ain't even had to go out in the city, Joshua. We stopped by this whore's house. Man, that bitch told us they scared than a motherfucker. These motherfuckers don't even want to fight, Joshua. Not only these motherfuckers so scared, the motherfuckers came in looking for us. She could have turned us in and fucked us up. The bitch hit us on the roof, let us down by the side. Joshua like, no shit. Like, but only one thing, I know God said, goddamn, we got to kill everything in there. But real talk, the bitch saved us. We told her if she tied scarlet rope in that window when we get there, we'll let her live and her whole family. Joshua said the whole family, not just the whole. He said, man, the bitch was going to turn us in, the whole family. That's Joshua chapter 2. Now go to Joshua chapter 6. Go to Joshua chapter 6 and you'll see. Let me go to Joshua chapter 6. If y'all enjoying the story, say yay, yay. And it's another thing. A lot of people watch me and look at the story and scared to comment. Man, comment, speak up. That's like the motherfucker pastor saying, let the church say amen when he preaching. When the church say amen, all right, that give the motherfucker energy to keep going on. Who wants to be sitting up boring, goddamn it, preaching to some motherfuckers? I'm trying to make this shit interesting. So somebody clap, give me a virtual clap. I don't want to see no, you might can give me an emoji now. I can see, yeah, that go my nigga Mike. Yeah. Joshua chapter 6. This is when these motherfuckers and got their shit up and ready to go fuck these motherfuckers up. Josh, now the gates of Jericho were securely barred because of the Israelites. Them motherfuckers won't even open in the gate. After the spies left, they said, we ain't opening the fucking gate. That's the way a lot of cities were beat back in the day. They would camp out the gate and starve their food supply out. Motherfucker, that's why they had the moat and the water running into the city, because the motherfucker camped out. You got an army camped out your city. Yeah, we can't get in, but you motherfuckers can't get out. Then the Lord said to Joshua, see, I have delivered Jericho in your hands along with its kings and fighting men. Y'all ain't even gonna have to fight. Now, this is just an additional story. Y'all probably heard this, but I read it. March around the city with all armed men. Do this for 6 days. Have the priests carry trumpets. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck. We'll get into that. Long story, God told Joshua, march around the city 7 days. Blow the trumpet each day. And on the 7th day, when you blow the trumpet, the whole motherfucking wall is gonna fall down. You ain't even gonna have to motherfucking fight. And when they blew the trumpet, the walls fall down and the motherfuckers bum rush the city. And when they bum rush the city, we see where we at. On the 7th day, they got up at daybreak and marched around the city 7 times, the same manner, except on that day, they circled the city 7 times. The 7th time around, when the priest sounded the trumpet, Joshua commanded the army, shout, for the Lord has given you the city. The city and all in it are to be devoted to the Lord. Now listen, the city and all that are in it shall be devoted to the Lord. Now, do y'all know what devoted mean? Devoted. We'll see what the fucking mean. The city and the Lord are all to be devoted to the Lord. Only Rahab the prostitute and all who are with her in her house shall be spared, because she hid the spies. But keep away from the devoted things, so that you will not bring your own destruction by taking them. Don't fuck with this other shit, so that you don't bring your own destruction by taking them. Now, somebody took some. We might talk about that next week to show how God is a fucking Republican. Ain't no democracy. Ain't no questions. If one person go wrong, God will destroy the whole city. These motherfuckers, after they did all that shit, they got destroyed because one motherfucker stole a gold, like a little gold man. God came and said, where the goddamn gold man at? Ain't nobody. God said, okay, don't want anybody to speak up. He caused an earthquake. 20,000 motherfuckers died. That's piggybacking off this story. But keep away from the devoted things, so that you will not bring them out to your own destruction. Otherwise, you will make a camp of Israel liable to the destruction. All the silver and gold articles of bronze and iron are sacred to the Lord and must go into his treasury. Of course, this is where we see man in the Bible, or man disobeying God, or just man being fucking man. Kill all the women, kill all the children, kill all the animals. Don't melt the silver and gold. Now, obviously, they'd been using this silver and gold to fucking drink food and drink wine and shit, sacrifice to idols. Obviously, all this silver and fucking gold that he said keep for the Lord's treasury has been sacrificed and devoted to their gods, which is Baal at the time, the Canaanite god. Now, look what they do. When the trumpet sounded, the army shouted, and at the sound of a trumpet, when the men gave loud shout, the wall collapsed. So everyone charged straight in, and they took the city. They devoted the city to the Lord. Now, what did they do when they devoted? They devoted the city to the Lord, destroyed everything with the sword, every living thing in it, men, women, young and old, cattle, sheep, donkeys, everything. You talking about America got some kids locked up in some cages? This is a Christian country. Them motherfucking Mexicans entering this country, these people, we supposed to destroy them. According to the Bible, get their ass up out of there. Don't give a fuck. God killed everybody. Don't throw away the gold and the silver, though. That's just so indicative. Now, you see what it says. They devoted the city. They killed the sheep and the donkeys. Joshua said to the two men who had spied on the land, go to the prostitute's house and bring her out and all who belong to her in accordance with your oath. So the young men had done the spy and went in and brought out Rahab, her father and her mother, her brothers and sisters, all belonged to her. They brought the entire family out and placed them outside the camp of Israel. Then they burned the whole fucking city. Then they put the silver and gold articles and bronze into the treasure of the Lord. But Joshua spared Rahab, the prostitute, with her family who belonged in it, because she hid the men Joshua sent his spies to Jericho. And she lives among the Israelites to this day. You know why she lives amongst the Israelites? Because her family line. Now let's go back to Matthew 1:17 and you will see what I mean. Now that you've heard the story of Rahab and see how this hoe was used, now you see Matthew 1:17, the significance of it, right? Matthew chapter 7, Matthew 17, 1:17 through 50. Now you see why this shit say this. Now you see why this shit, when it talks about Jesus and his genealogy, women aren't mentioned in genealogy. Now you see the significance of what I was saying earlier. Now you see the significance of what I was saying earlier. Why is it only 5 women mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus and 3 of them are whores? You got his mama. Of course, they're going to mention her. And I forgot. Let's see. I forgot. Let's see. No, Ruth. Rahab. We just talked about her. Now we're going to talk about Tamar. Then you got Bathsheba, which is David's bitch. You got Ruth. And then you got his mama. The reason she's mentioned in the gospel, in the genealogy of Jesus, is showing the inclusion that Jesus' great grandma was a real whore, and she won't even a Hebrew. Jesus' great grandma was a real pussy prostitute and selling whore who was a Canaanite woman. She's mentioned before his mother in his genealogy, naturally, because she's older than fucking Mary. I don't want you to take that in significance. Spiritual house sage, y'all know what time it is. This woman is mentioned, the whore. Now we move forward to Tamar. She was mentioned after Rahab. Tamar did some whole shit, but she didn't set out to be a whore. Tamar was a good woman. See, a good woman do whore shit. And when you read the book of Gomer, you're gonna see God says, and I might find this chapter for description in the book of Hosea. The Bible said that women have to be whores because men are ungodly. See, if men were godly, women wouldn't have to had to hoe. God told the women in the book of Hosea, I will forgive your whoreness and your prostitution because you prostitute because your men are ungodly. If men would be godly, women wouldn't have to whore. Men would take care of their family and they would take care of their daughters until they pass them off to another man. If they don't pass them off to another man, then that daughter's an old maid that man is responsible for. Let's look at Genesis chapter 38. Let's talk about Tamar, the second whore mentioned in the godly lineage of Jesus, who is not a Hebrew. Genesis 38. Genesis 38. And like I said, this Bible study is brought to y'all by somebody who paid for, who doesn't want to be named. Now, you get some scripture in here where black people, they said beating your meat is a sin and God will kill you for beating your meat. This scripture, this chapter is where they get the whole, if you beat your meat and spill your seed, that's a sin, God will kill you. You're taking that out of context. This man got killed for spilling his seed. Let's read it. Judah. Now let's keep in mind, let's get some reference. Judah is mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. Abraham had two sons, Isaac and Ishmael. Ishmael begot Jacob, whose name was Israel. Then Jacob had 12 sons, and one of Jacob's sons was named Judah. The kingdom of Judah was the southern kingdom of Israel when they split. The capital of Jerusalem was in Judah. Those white people that call themselves Jews today, that's short for Judah, Judea. Understand, if you from Memphis, they might call you a Memphite. If I'm from Durham, they call us a Durhamite. So back in the day, if you was from Judah, they would call you a Jew. Just a little side note so y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? So Judah was one of the 12 children of Israel. When Israel separated, there was the northern kingdom of Israel, which consisted of 10 tribes. The tribe of Judah consisted of the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. Those two tribes made up the tribe of Judah and the tribe of Benjamin. Joseph had 12 sons. At that time, Judah left his brothers and went down to stay with a man called Adullam. There, Judah met the daughter of a Canaanite man. Here we go. Them bad Canaanite black bitches. Here we go. Hebrew met the daughter of a Canaanite man named Shua. He married her and made love to her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son. So he already, the fucking Judah, y'all see the lion of the tribe of Judah. This motherfucker right here that married outside his motherfucking race, already breaking the law of God. What did it say? He left his brothers and married a Canaanite bitch. He married her and made love to her. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son whose name was Er. She conceived again and gave birth to a son and named him Onan. She gave birth to still another same named Shelah. So Judah had 3 kids by this Canaanite woman: Er, Onan, and Shelah. Time goes on. Judah got a first wife for his son, his firstborn. Her name was Tamar. So Judah picked out Tamar for Er. Judah ain't pick her out because she was ugly. He said, my son will like this bad motherfucker right here. And she was a Canaanite. He could have picked out an Israelite woman for his woman, but like father, son, same thing black men do today. White men do today. What we say, every race say they sick of their own race. I know black men that say, man, black women, da, 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 da. I know white men that say, man, I don't fuck with no black women. I remember my homeboy got married to a Puerto Rican woman, and we met a Puerto Rican woman at his bachelor party, and we drank and he chilled with us. And that night at the end of the bachelor party, right before he got out of the elevator, he said to my homeboy, he said, man, I just want to say to you, I'm sorry for you that you marrying a Puerto Rican woman. So every race got some against their own race, so you can get tired of your own race. That don't mean people that date outside of their races hate their race. But this was a situation where I believe Judah was like, hey, son, I'm going to get you a bitch like I got. I want our kids to have good hair. But Judah go and pick a Canaanite woman named Tamar for his son, Er. Judah got a wife for Er, his firstborn son, and her name was Tamar. But Er, Judah's firstborn son, was wicked in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord put his black ass to death. The Bible don't say what Er did. The Bible say Er was wicked. Now, we can't assume. I don't want to tell you what Er did. I got all types of opinion of what Er did, but I ain't gonna sit here and tell you no shit. I'm telling you what the fuck the Bible said, and I'm reading the Bible. So I never lead you astray at Aggressive Church. We're gonna teach the Bible. We're gonna teach it from an esoteric point of view, and we're gonna teach it from a law of attraction point of view, and we're gonna show you that this Bible is true. It's all pure knowledge set aside for our people. The white man got his hands on it and added some fucking Disney World to it. Yeshua was a real man until the white man made him walk on water like Mickey Mouse. They ain't do nothing but give Jesus a magic wand. That's all they did. Those prophets, Elijah, Elisha, I'm a prophet. I just ain't got no motherfucking magic wand. But when I die and my name go down in infamy, the white man will write a magic wand into my hand. Y'all don't realize y'all living in the days Charlie Kirk was a prophet. Charlie Kirk was a real fucking biblical prophet. That's what y'all don't understand. I'm a little sharper than you motherfuckers. He was a real biblical prophet, and he's been martyred, and his name will go down in infamy. He will never die. You see, we talk about these whores now. Today's lesson, God used whores. God loves whores, for the Bible tells me so. These whores are mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. Only 5 women, 3 of them whores. Judah got a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Er was Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, so the Lord put him to death. Then Judah said to Onan, this is called the Levitical marriage. This is called the Levitical marriage. This was true in real life. Then Judah said to Onan, which is his second son, Er's little brother, Onan, sleep with your brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her as brother-in-law to raise up offspring for your brother. So in the Levitical law, if a man died and his wife didn't have no kids, his brother had to fucking make kids. Why? Why? Let me explain to you why. You're finna see in this story. Let's talk about the order. If Judah's first son was named Er, then notice how the sneaky these stories, how the white man do you. Judah's first son name is Er. Of course, he's the heir to the throne, so he named him Er. God, these fucking stories be so fucking silly to me sometimes. Judah's firstborn son is named Er. Well, when Er died without no seed, everything that Judah had was supposed to go to his firstborn son, Er. So because Er didn't have a son, Judah's brother got to go fuck his wife. And when that son is born, that son is the heir to Er. So that son get Er shit. The brother don't do nothing but fuck and make a baby and lose the birthright. See, when Er died, the second son, Onan, like, shit, I'm in line. I'm going to get everything from Judah for my daddy. The daddy said, no, go fuck her, make a son, and then he get everything. So that was an honorable son. He said, you know what, I'm going to do what my daddy said. Let's read forward. Sleep with your brother's wife and fulfill your duty to her and raise up offspring. But Onan knew the child would not be his. Onan smart. That ain't my child. That's considered my brother's child. But Onan knew the child would not be his. So whenever he slept with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground to keep providing offspring for his brother. What he did was wicked in the sight of the Lord. So the Lord put him to death also. That's the scripture where people said beating your meat is a sin. You're taking that out of context. He wasn't beating his meat. He was fucking his brother's wife. And he knew when that son was born, that son was going to inherit Er's inheritance from his father. He won't going to get shit. So he would fuck her, and every time he get ready to bust, he would pull out. As they said, his pull-out game was strong than a motherfucker. Er had a mean pull-out game. Well, I sip that wine getting me warm in here. Er had a mean motherfucking pull-out game, and he kept pulling out so good. God said, look, motherfucker, now you know the Levitical law says you got to get your brother's wife pregnant. Since you won't, I'm going to kill you. So God killed Er for just being a wicked motherfucker. Then God killed Onan for not fulfilling the Levitical marriage, getting his brother's wife pregnant. So that's where Black people that can't read see that Onan was killed by God for not getting this woman pregnant, spilling his seed on the ground. So black people say, that means if you beat your meat, it's a sin. Absolutely not. Now, God might not like that, but shit, it don't say that. Bust sinner or get killed. God killed him. Then Judah said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, live as a widow in your father's household. Notice he said, go back home. Go back home. Live as a widow in your father's household until my son Shelah grows up. Because Judah still got to fulfill the Levitical priesthood, the Levitical marriage. Now that his first son, Er, is dead, and then Onan is dead because he kept busting his nut on the ground, she get to get his last son, his young boy, his baby. Now, come on now. Judah done lost 2 boys behind this bitch. You think he want to lose his 3rd baby behind this hoe? Judah says, live as a widow in your father's house until my son Shelah grows up, for he thought he may die too like his brothers. So Tamar went back home to live at her father's household. After a long time, Judah's wife, the daughter of Shua, died. So now Judah's wife done died. Now Judah ain't got no offspring. Judah ain't got no offspring. And in the Bible, that was almost a curse. That's why I say I need to have me a son, because I got a daughter. I've always been like, I want a son. I want to have an offspring that come from the Bible. So Judah ain't got no, only his offspring left now is his son, Shelah. And she didn't promise Shelah to Tamar. But he think that bitch jinxed. I done lost 2 sons fucking with this hoe. That bitch jinxed. So he told Tamar, go home to your daddy. And when my son Shelah get old enough, I'm going to let him marry you. Let's see what it says. After a while, Judah's wife, the daughter of Shua, died. When Judah had recovered from his grief, he went up to Timnah to the men who were shearing sheep. And his friend Hiwah the Ammonite went with him. When Tamar was told your father-in-law was on the way to Timnah to shear his sheep, she took off her widow's clothes. Now keep this in mind. Widows dressed a certain way. Why did widows dress a certain way? So we know you lost your husband and you a widow, you can beg. That's why the Bible said tithes is for the orphans and the widows. If you a widow without a husband, you can beg. So a widow had on a special outfit. Look at me. I'm out here begging so I don't have to sell pussy. If you got any kindness in your heart, I'm a widow. Can't nobody take care of me. I live with my daddy. My daddy getting old. I'm a widow. I got on a widow's outfit. It says she took off her widow's clothes. All right. So obviously there were 3 types of way women dressed back in the day. You had what widows wore, what married women wore, and what whores wore. That's how you detail the women. Your father-in-law is on the way to shear sheep. She took off her widow's clothes and covered herself with a veil. That's where the Muslims get that shit from. They don't even realize that to cover your face in Christianity, that means you a whore. They wouldn't even let your face be seen. She covered her face. If you was a woman outside with your face or your head covered, you was a whore. That's why the Bible saying 1 Corinthians, women don't need to be outside unless their head is covered. But that's why black women took that as what? Wearing hats to church. So black women feel like they got to have a hat on at church. So she took off her widow's clothes, covered with a veil to disguise herself, and sat down at the entrance to Eneam, which is on the road to Timnah. For she saw that though Shelah had grown up, he not had been given to him as his wife. So at this time, this woman said, you know what? I married this motherfucker named Er. He died. Onan wouldn't fuck me and get me pregnant. God killed him. My daddy gonna die in a while. If I don't have a son by this motherfucker Shelah that Judas promised me, I'm gonna be a begging bitch the rest of my life. So guess what she did? She said, I'm gonna get this old motherfucker. She went up and covered her face, took off her widow's clothes, put on her hoe shit, and dressed like a hoe on the road. That bitch was bad. She said, this motherfucker picked me for his son back in the day. This motherfucker got a taste in his mouth for me. This motherfucker gonna like me. He like my hips. He like my body. He ain't got to see my face. He like this ass and these hips. That's when he picked me. Now watch this. When Judah saw her, he thought she was a prostitute, for she had covered her face. Not realizing she was his daughter-in-law, he went over to her by the roadside and said, come let me sleep with you. What's the first thing the hoe said? And what will you give me to sleep with you? She asked. He said, damn, I just had all my sheep sheared. I done sold them motherfuckers. I ain't got nothing on me right now. He promised her. He said, shit, I send you a young goat for my flock, he said. She said, shit, that don't mean nothing, your promise. She said, will you give me something as a pledge until you send it? This nigga wanted the pussy so bad. Now you see, he wanted that pussy so bad. He said, what pledge should I give you? She said, your seal and its cord and the staff in your hand. That's like taking everything a man got. His seal, his ring. Back in the day, I might have a ring with JC on it. My seal. And I dip that bitch in some wax. And when they write a letter, if I seal that bitch with my ring, it's called a signet ring. That means that's Javon goddamn signature. That's legit money right there. His name on it, goddamn it. So you gonna give her your signet ring? That's your word, is your bond. That's your handshake. That's the thing that you use to show that you legit. Your signet ring. Then you're gonna give her your cords, your family cords that show your family name, and you gave the bitch your staff. Now notice in the Bible it said he was a shepherd with sheep. The Lord is my staff. Shepherd, I shall not want. His rod and staff comfort me. Y'all think a staff is a walking stick. No, that's an ass-kicking weapon. This nigga gave his signet ring, his cord, and his staff. He wanted that pussy so bad. What pledge should I give you? Your seal and his cord and the staff in your hand, she asked him. So he gave them to her, and he slept with her, and she became pregnant by him. After she left, she took off the veil and put on her widow's clothes again. While Judah sit the young goat, Judah did what he said he was going to do. Shit, I got to prove my pledge. Notice how these motherfuckers go out and buy some pussy. And because I pledged, I got to honor my gift to the Lord. The fucking spies bought some pussy. They honored their pledge. We used to do that. When we say I swear to God on the Bible, we used to do that. Back in the day, motherfuckers say, you lying, swear to God on the Bible. Motherfuckers say, I swear to God. You believe them. You didn't think a motherfucker play with his name or play with God's pledge. So meanwhile, Judah sent the young goat by his friend Adamite in order to get his pledge back from the woman, but he didn't find her. Naturally, he couldn't find her. They said, man, where that badass whore down there that Judah gave his shit to? Man, we don't see no hoe down here, man. There ain't no hoe walking around here. Them bitches had their face covered. Every bitch around here got on wife clothes or either goddamn widow clothes. So when he went back, but he did not find her, he asked the men who lived there, where's the shrine prostitute who was beside the road at Eneam, the shrine prostitute, the number one bad bitch? They said, there ain't had been no shrine prostitute out here, they said. So they went back to Judah and said, I ain't find her. Besides, the men who lived there said, ain't even no prostitute living there. Then Judah said, fuck it, let her keep what she has, or we will become a laughingstock. Let her keep my ring, my cords, and my nigga kicking stick. Otherwise, if we go looking for, hey, it's a bitch out here with a he would look bad. First of all, you bought some pussy. You Judah, nigga. You buying pussy, and you ain't even had the money to pay for it, nigga. What you get it, bitch? My signet ring, my cords, and my nigga, you gave her your signet ring? You gave her your family cord? He would have been a fucking laughingstock. So Judah said, look, she can have that shit. She can have that shit. Then Judah said, let her keep what she has, or we will become a laughingstock. After all I did, I sent her that young goat, and you didn't find her. Now, about 3 months later, Judah was told, your daughter Tamar is guilty of prostitution. As a result, now she's pregnant. What y'all think Judah did? Now, he done sent the bitch home, lied, promised her some shit, lied to her that she gonna get the goddamn youngest son. He didn't give it to her. Now she pregnant. About 3 months later, Judah was told, your daughter Tamar is pregnant, guilty of prostitution. Judah said, bring her out and have her burned to death. This Judah. King, Lion of Judah. Judah said, bring her out and have her burned to death. As she was brought out, she sent a message to her father-in-law. What you think she said? I am pregnant by the man who owns these. See if you recognize whose seal, cord, and staff these are. Judah recognized them and said, she is more righteous than I, since I wouldn't give her my son Shelah, and she did not sleep with her again. When it came time to give birth, there were twins born. As she was giving birth, one of them put his hand out first, and the midwife tied a scarlet. That now you'll see when Esau and Jacob was born, the same thing. One of them put his foot out first. So these stories is just, but long story short, what happened? She tricked his bitch ass. And when they found out she was pregnant, he talking about kill that whole burner. She said, the man that got me pregnant on this shit right here. He said, shh. He don't let him. I'm the nigga. And she had two sons, Perez, and I forgot the other motherfucker name. But long story short, notice when we mentioned in Matthew 1:17, what did we see? Let's go back to the beginning. We got to bring it full circle. Matthew 1:17, the genealogy of Jesus. There were 14 generations from Abraham to Jesus. Now, what did we just learn? We just learned about two whores who were Canaanite women. And Jesus is supposed to be pure blood, but we just learned. Motherfuckers be talking, he fool, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We just learned about Rahab, and we just learned about Tamar. This is the genealogy of Jesus, the Messiah, the son of David, son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Jacob. Let's start over. This is the genealogy of Jesus, the Messiah, son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham was the father of Isaac, Isaac the father of Jacob, Jacob the father of Judah and his brothers, Judah the father of Perez and Zerah, whose mother was Tamar. He mentioned that shit. He thought it was worthy. It's a whore in the line. It's a whore in the line. It's a whore in the line, and she is not of the tribe of Israel. Then Perez, the father of Hezron, the father of Ram, Ram, the father of Abinadab, Abinadab, the father of Nahshon, Nahshon, the father of Salom, Salom, the father of Boaz, whose mother was Rahab, the other whore. And then it only mentions three other women, Bathsheba, Mary, I said all that to say whores are necessary, whores are needed. Whores keep the balance of life going. If you're a married woman, that's the only way you not can be a whore. If you out here fucking, you're a whore, no matter how you cut it. And if you engage in fucking with them, you're a whoremonger. And we watch this. We watch this shit happen every day. We watch whores win. There are a lot of good women out here that's watching whores win. Jezebel was the supernatural whore. And she married the king of Israel and ran shit. I started this at 11. It's 1:09. I'm going to put an invite up for anybody to have any questions. And then I'm going to get out of here. Somebody sponsored this message. Like I said, y'all see it down there in blue, the master teacher. If you would like me to continue to do these, you contribute. This takes knowledge. This takes study. And I'm actually I'm going to be doing some Sunday services and Bible study, and my Patreon. Somehow I'm going to make it so you can join my online church and you can get the messages mixed with the law of attraction. and really understand this shit. This brother said some shit that was real. In real time, this message has the full attention of a consistent drama TV watcher. Yeah, this is next. Yeah, that's how the Bible is, bro. It's next level shit. So we put the link up there. If anybody want to come in and speak, you can, or ask a question. You come in. You got me right here on the line. You got me on the line. Let me get a hit of my sage to replenish my spiritual lyrical miracle. Jesus walked with a whore. A lot of people try to say Mary Magdalene wasn't a whore. And then a lot of the scholars said that the whore woman at the well, the Mary that washed Jesus' feet with her hair. But think about this, how the Bible mentions them two whores in the genealogy. Why wouldn't it mention the other whore? Who was the first person to see Jesus raised from the dead? Mary Magdalene. Why would the disciples walk around with a whore? It made clear sense. Jesus and 12 disciples, his 13 boys. The fellas, hey man, between us fellas, niggas want to fight. We got swords. Nigga, we calm in. We can do whatever we need. But there's one thing we can't do. If we need a bitch to get in, we can't do that. We can't do that. We need a whore. I'm pretty sure there were plenty of places Jesus and them went, and they say, hey, Mary, go in and scope shit out, see what's going on. They might have went in, ain't had nowhere to stay. Hey, Mary, go scope shit out. Mary went in, turn around, before you know it. Hey, who that bitch right there? I'm Mary of Magdalene. Oh, bitch, you here by yourself? No, I'm with some gentlemen. They're good, righteous men. I'm just scoping out the land for them. He want to fuck Mary. Tell him to come on in. Who is it? I'm with Jesus and 12 disciples. Tell them niggas come in. Shit. Get them niggas something to eat. I want to holler at you around the goddamn, you got to have a whore with you. You got to have a whore with you. People think I'm being funny. Them boys kept a hoe with them. Shit that a whore can do that other people can't do. Abraham tried to hoe his sister out. I might teach y'all about that next week, or if I get sponsored, or if I'm not gonna say the CASHAPP word. I'm gonna say chaperone. So if you want to be a chaperone, if you want to shap, the master teacher, $, the master teacher. You want to be a chaperone and give to the collection plate for us to continue to do these messages. Somebody paid me straight up cash to do this message, so I had no problem preparing it. I done read this shit so much, it's kind of boring to me. But I know that we need a certain level of spirituality. We need something that ties us together and that unifies us and our faith and our religion. And we ain't got to believe this shit to the goddamn core. We just saw Judah, when they called Judah, they called the Lion of the tribe of Judah. That's what they called Jesus, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. Judah's name is mentioned, David's name is mentioned, but these niggas did fuck shit. So you can be a chaperone. Y'all hit that chaperone button. Be a chaperone. Yeah, man. It's a situation where people don't realize how much our race has gone astray without this. The white man, when he bred us, he bred a new breed, and he knew that we needed this to keep us in line. That's why you got to send the military to Chicago. The kids, you got to send the military to Memphis. We can't even manage our children. It says that in the Bible, the children would turn against you. So damn, that's how the hoe got saved. Yeah. Saved her whole family line. And she got mentioned in the genealogy of Jesus. My pop called his staff a nigger beater. That shit tickles me to this day. Hell yeah. Bust somebody upside their goddamn head. And like I said, I'm going to put the link up one more time to invite somebody to come in. You can come in. If you don't want to come in, you can just ask a question. While you got me on here, I'm sitting here now. So you can ask a question. You can come in. You can talk to me. You can ask a question. If not, we're going to get out of here. Let me hit my sage one more time to give people time because this thing is on a time delay. Sage. Antimicrobial. Yeah. Sage. I'm going to live forever. I'm going to learn how to fly. Sage. I guess we're going to do it like the pastor used to do it. If all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to say the benediction. Now unto him that is able to keep me from falling and present me faultless in the presence of our Lord and Savior. Ooh, good God almighty, boy. Bye, you're going to change the world, bye. People need this. People need it. I need to get them up to them in the morning with it. Start your day right. Woke me up this morning. Started me on my day, my way. Going back to bed. Glad I woke up for a minute, though. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. Let's get on out of here with a song. So I had to bless him with a song. Bless him with a song. Bless him with a song. Let's bless him with a song, Jay. Right before we go to sleep, baby, can you turn it down before you try to talk to me? Sometimes I wanna give it up. Honest love is justified. They know I love time. I don't see no other side. It's all I know. It's how I feel. Every time I keep it there, it on me. It's like you don't understand. It's like you need the upper hand. I'm fussing for a long time. I just want some peace of mind. You've been cussing at me all night. Crying tears and telling lies. Lying every other night. I don't wanna give in. I don't wanna give in. I don't wanna give in. I don't wanna give tonight. So I apologize. I apologize for the 1,000 times. You ain't ever wrong and I ain't never right. Why you gotta win every time we fight? Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the dopest show on earth.